Alright, so this is my room of requirement as well as the vivariums. I'll make it pretty simple and I'll just explain what I did. I did it after the game was done, after I gotten all of the collectibles, so I just wanted to have every option of uh, decoration and whatnot for, yeah, to play with pretty much. But yeah, so walk in here and it's mostly my statue room, so I've got the Graphorn in the centerpiece with more of pretty much all of the statues. I think all of them are in here. But for this corner, I've got the Ravenclaw statue with the Puffskeins. Actually, I'm not going to even try name everything, but yeah. Phoenix.
Deek thinks you should be
Deek is over
proud of
here
all
as
the
well.
potions
He's
you've
annoying.
brewed.
Um, yeah, most of these corners are pretty much the same. It's got all the different statues, and I've tried to make the statues based off of their real sizes, because you can make them small, medium, or large. And then this corner, I've got like a chest corner as well. Not too much thought went into this room. This was the last sort of area I did, but I wanted to have all the statues just in the area. And the vibe I've gone for is sort of chill vibe with um, I don't know, just a bit of beauty. I don't know what exactly the settings are, but whatever. We'll go up this side. The walls are pretty basic. Some of the walls have a lot of similar things on them, but whatever. It's just I've just done what I could with the limitations of the creativity. So this window is more of like the, I imagine myself, if I was in this space, using it this way at least, having the astrology in this corner and looking at these windows and having more of like a workspace type area in this area. Some more Ravenclaw flags, and also this is my character, by the way. Final version character, how I think I would want to look if I was in this area, or in this Hogwarts, I guess. Um, I'll go into the vivariums last, so I'll get back to that. Here I've got just a couch, so just imagine myself if I want to chill and sit and just look at everything. Easy. And this is Deek's room, so this is just his small space. He's got a bunch of goblin heads, because he's a freak. Um, and his like little Quidditch stuff as well, maybe family portrait stuff, and a bunch of Quidditch stuff. He's a Quidditch, in my mind, he's a Quidditch fanatic. So yep, this one is another sort of work space. So it sort of mimics the other space as well over there. And these walls are full of portraits and other things. I sort of struggled to really care about what the walls had because you can't do too much, and there's too much clipping for it to yeah, have too much control. But um, I left this area all clear. Same with the other side. You can put stuff here, but I don't really care. All right, so this is more of my like gothic sort of like chill area. Big table, some chairs, the Toad Choir, some big statues with all like the gothic sort of symmetrical looks as well. And then that wraps around back to this side, which is identical to the other side. So yeah, and then I'll go into the other room. If you're wondering, actually, no, you're probably not wondering anything. You just, yeah, just sort of. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm probably going to be the only one watching this. But yeah, so I made it first really simple, so I would like spawn back in here, and I made it fast for myself. So all the things I would need to do, so potion making and just all the things that were useful were in this room. I really didn't do anything with the other room the entire playthrough until after everything was done, which I don't regret doing. Like I get to look at this now, which is yeah, I think I've done pretty well. So next is down here. These hallways just full of random shit, whatever. I don't really care too much about it. Okay, so I like this room a lot better actually. So the idea with this room is that you would have everything you need for like working. So I've got this big empty centered sort of desk or table here. This is how I would probably want my actual future house to be, like just an open table with nothing on there. And so, you know, you'd be able to utilize this space, and whenever you need to, you know, chop off somebody's arm, or use this as a bed, or I'm just joking, obviously, but just a space for people to sit around or stand around and work on something to create flow in the space. So yeah, so you've got here the potions, so and the hopping pots as well, with all of the sort of brewing kit stuff on the walls. And this room is sort of a chill room, so I've got a lot of plants and stuff to look at. And yeah, just I got all the different potions you can brew, all the 6 of them that are here, and the hopping pots, just whatever. Got the refinery for the moonstone as well. More goblin, not goblin, what are the house elf skulls? Oh, are they goblins? They're not house elves. And this is more of like the centerpiece, like big Christmas tree. With more of the festive sort of decorations behind. But the idea is that, you know, if you had this space, you'd be able to, you know, run around it and sit and chill or whatever. And then over here is all of the herbology stuff, so all the different plants, the mandrakes, jitney, and everything else lined up with more of the bigger ones over here. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I did put a lot of effort into it, I'd say, compared to a lot of other people, I think. I wish I had a bit more control of how I could utilize this space in the late game, because right now I don't need anything. I've got max potions, max everything, so I don't need to be in this space for any real reason. And I've got maxed out armor too, so maxed out gear. I'll just quickly show you. So it's like maxed out gear, maxed out health, everything. So it's like I'm already OP as it is. Hopefully if there's a DLC or DLCs to maybe get 10 more levels worth or whatever, I'll be able to utilize this space. And I'm really hoping if they do release a DLC for this game, whether it's a Quidditch DLC or more endgame stuff, that this is going to open to allow more room to be creative. Alright, so I'll start with this one. So this one is more of the chill sort of vibes, more of the mimicking how I would actually want to live one day. So out in the forest, you got just trees, got a big house, pumpkin patches, different types of trees and stuff. More of an open space for the animals and for, yeah, I didn't really want to pack this place with anything. It's already beautiful, and I've got all of the standard, all the creatures with all of the offspring as well. I was going to go out of my way and get every single shiny creature, but I really don't care too much about that either. There's no real reason to get shiny creatures, and I don't think even if they have an offspring, it's going to make a shiny offspring. I could be wrong, but I also have, I thought it made more sense to have these two in my inventory because you sort of use them in the real world. So I'm like, if they're in my vivariums, then how are they getting spawned into the world? So maybe I'm overthinking it, but whatever. And so yeah, open space, didn't really think too much about it. I just wanted trees and beauty pretty much. And in each one, I've added this this symbol in, or this, not symbol, the statue or whatever it is, in every single one. So I'll show you. Yeah, this was the last one I did, but I really wanted to make it really simple because in reality, if I could just snap this into actual real life reality and have, you know, chickens and geese and ducks and stuff running around with a, you know, a private open field area surrounded by nature, like, you know, this would be like the actual dream in real life to have. So that was the sort of goal. Next one, I guess we'll go upstairs. So this is the swamp area. This one was more gothic, sort of flames and stuff. I didn't really put too much effort into this one either, compared to some of the other ones. But I've got, again, the same sort of vibe where it's all the different offspring for each type as well. I do have a couple of shinies for different things, but I don't really care too much. So the idea with this one was like, yeah, it would be more of a swamp, and in each one you've got each vivarium's got its own like place for rest for humans. So so you got the tent, you got the feeding, blah blah blah. This big moving, what is it, pond? And yeah, sort of just this open sort of field, or not really open, more of just like it's a swamp, so it's dense, it's got things around. You've got this statue again, sort of like an Easter egg type vibe, and the massive hippogriff statue here as well, which I thought was sick. So yeah, you got a lot of beasts for this area, but you do find the hippogriffs and a lot of these other beasts in the forest, including the unicorn as well. So yeah, I just thought I would stick to what you'd actually probably find in these areas. But yeah. Next one. Go over here. So this is the next one. This one was the most open. I thought, you know, if you wanted to go to a beach in general, you'd not really want to have too much, and you'd want to be able to look at the architecture and the land masses and whatever. So I sort of just, I made it really simple. I had a big open tent with some ruins. I've got same, all the different breeds with all the different offspring as well. Really simple, really chill. This is more of the chill vibe type area with all the chill animals. This is more of like the holiday home, like retreat type area, which actually goes through to this area, which is another open area with that same sort of symbol there. Look, I could have put way more effort into everything, but not only would I have had to grind it out for all that moonstone, but it's not how I would want to be in these areas in real life. So yeah, that's it. That's literally it. Only literally ruins, and the tent with all of the sort of open field. So yeah, and then for the last one. Last but not least, this is actually the first one I put the effort into, and I put most of the effort into this one. So the idea for this one is that it was sort of like just Graphorn and the Phoenix. But the idea is that you'd be able to either walk through here and come out and have this sort of getaway, sort of spiritual type area with all of these bigger creatures sort of defending you, or same with this area, having this upstairs view of the place to come back down. A lot of the issues I had with this build is all of the snapping issues. So like you can't like get certain things in certain corners because of the size of each of the items that you can place down. But the idea for this one was pretty much just have more of like sort of like a castle vibe with the big open areas for the bigger creatures to run around and the offspring to run around. Also got lucky with a shiny Graphorn, which was awesome. But yeah, so added some more ruins to that to make more of like a pathway up to there. And then I sort of closed it up with a bunch of these bushes as well. I was like, alright, whatever, I wanted to make it more of a place to, like, this would again be somewhere that I would want to create for my own. And then again, you've got this symbol here as well. This is sort of like the game symbol or whatever for the ancient magic, but I thought, okay, cool, I'm just gonna put it, a bit of an Easter egg, I guess, in each location. because I imagine myself, like, imagine if these places were in the real world, like if instead of these separate places being just in the vivariums, having these places in the actual open world, so you could have separate places to like stop at or whatever, or like you can fast travel directly to them, and instead of having just one place for everything, having multiple places that you could yeah, put some effort into, and to actually have a reason to visit them, because it might be a checkpoint for going up on before a mission or whatever. And I think that would have been more of a smart move on the developers' part, to actually create multiple spaces in the real world. That maybe you can even hire vendors, or you could hire people to fill this space, rather than just having this huge space just for yourself. So either with DLC or as the secondary game, hopefully they give more of an option to have more sort of cooperative abilities or reasons to actually come back to these spaces after you've gotten after you've set them up. Because as I said at the start, I did all this at the end of the game. I had no reason to put anything, do any of this. I was trying to get the game done. I was trying to do it properly and not waste any time. And I knew that if I had started any of this, I would have come back after I've collected the 100% of all of the collectibles and be like, oh no, I have to change it up anyway because I've just unlocked 20 more items that I realized that I can put into this space. But yeah, that's it. I don't think it'll change unless there's more DLCs, but yeah, that's my room of requirement, and this is my max level character as of February 2024. So, yep, thank you for watching.